The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. Oh baby, Super After Dark. Yes, Super After Dark. It is 11:38 on the East Coast. I think we really underestimated how long the last series would go. But anyway, we are here after dark in the TOUCAN region. The last game of the night, 4-pack of a crazy night we've already had, and it is going to be a battle of two legendary names in this league. It is the 6th seed in this TOUCAN region, Charles Sandfer, taking on this 10 seed Peter Onjack. Sandfer this is a must-win game for both of them. Sandfer trying to finally gain some solid footing in that Super League race, and now with Peter Onjack out of relegation danger, he's looking to maybe make a dark horse run himself. But either way, whoever loses this one, it is a very, very tough task to get anywhere further than just staying in the league for another year and being done after T5. So we'll have to see what goes down here tonight. And what a series we just came off of in the Fur region, to Pierre taking down Ghost in what was a wild, electric series. 5-3 after Eli and Nam both advanced in 7. Nam over Pac Johnson and Eli over Jesse Turner. And now Sandfer and Peter are up next. We look at the bracket. Winner gets Tago, top seed in this region, and we will see another the other one seed left tomorrow afternoon, as Brad and Yepes will do battle. Tago, the first one seed, and could possibly be the only to advance. And obviously, you talk about masterclass on the line if Sandfer moves on to Tago. There's a lot to talk about, but we first got to talk about this game, and here we are. Yoshi joining me too, Raf and CoCom. We got a big crowd joining us here in VC. Appreciate y'all coming out. We've, of course, got Sandfer and Peter here. And Yoshi, starting with you as always. We talk about this matchup. It is a first and foremost, it's a matchup of two big names in this league, Sandfer and Peter, but also talk about just this is a do or die game. This is a playoff game for both these guys. Obviously, Peter, with how his season has gone up until this point, you never thought that he would be in discussion for it. But if he wants to do anything more than just play one more tournament this season, he's got to win this one tonight. And obviously, Sandfer, he's had a tough go at it this season, and this win will help him gain that steady footing for Super League. So just talk to me about the mindset coming in for these guys. I mean, it's a great matchup. It's high stakes, and it should be a good one we're in for.
Yeah, as we saw with the bottom of the TOUCAN region, it was going to be an old school set of matches here. We had KT Peter didn't go the way we were hoping for, but Peter got it done. Sandfer, Cesar. Sandfer got it done in a classic.
That was a classic.
Now we're into best of 9s. I mean, Sandfer's been there, done that. Peter, I think he's been there, done that, but not as much. But really, what they really care about is just where they're at right now. Because we expected a lot from them coming into this season, but with just so many new players and so many new play styles and some shenanigans with the bot, I mean, they haven't had as lucky as a tournament as they were hoping for, or a season, not just a tournament, a season. Yeah. So what I expect from these two is just kind of like they're not going to think about Super League right now. They're going to think about just getting the win and trying to build something, build a run in the tournament, and then Super League will just be a byproduct if they get far enough. So I think these two could have an understanding of how each other plays. I mean, Sandfer doesn't have a whole lot to go off of because of Peter's game just being a lot of bot things happening. If Peter looked at the game against Cesar, he could learn a bit from that. But I think if it could also just be heavily towards just what they play today, like how they play today, because how they play in a different game could be different from how they play in this game. And I feel like these two is definitely could be applied. They just got to go in, seeing what happens, and because sometimes it might not go their way, and sometimes it might. We can't really expect another good series because Ghost of Peter was just pretty good all around. So I mean that means nothing compared to this game. So it could also be another good series. It could also be another hosing of a series, but they're just gonna go in and see what happens. Really, I think they both know they can win this game. It's just gonna come down to if they get if the hands are pretty different in terms of ammo and maybe just those micro margins with maybe a power play, color switches, that kind of stuff.
All right, we'll see. Indeed, I'm gonna start with Sandfer. Sandfer, I mean, I think you know better than anyone what the stakes are for you tonight, and I guess I just gotta ask you what's your mindset entering this one, knowing it's a classic matchup with Peter. I mean, I think we saw that coming with how this bottom half of the bracket for the TOUCAN region shook out, but like just thoughts on playing Peter and what's your mindset heading into this one, knowing what the stakes are. Obviously, I would think you'd be focusing on just the win at hand. Just tell me how you're approaching this one. Okay, he's gonna type. Okay. All right, Peter, I'll ask you as well since Sandfer's typing here. I wasn't sure. It's kind of the same question to you. I mean, obviously, you just got yourself free for sure out of relegation zone, but just talk to me about what your mindset is coming in here facing Sandfer. And I mean, it's a classic matchup. May not be as close to making a run at Super League, but obviously, it's a possibility. Just like thoughts on that. I don't know if that's on your mind or you're just more focused on the game here.
The goal is to win. I mean, Super League, all that would be nice, but there's too much in the way of that right now. Sandfer knows, and a lot of people know that, I'm an OG in the league. I can turn it on when I need to, and got a little bit of momentum behind me coming into this game, and hopefully I can keep it going.
Sandfer saying, just going to try and do what I can with what I get and roll with punches. So we will see how it all shakes out. And once again, Yoshi is our ref for this evening, and I will turn it over to him for table call game 1 for Charles Sandfer.
All right, best of 9. We got a potentially really good game on our hands, but Sandfer, you have the call for game 1. What's it going to be?
Let's start with 10. I had some room, that's why.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Good feeler to start off with the mid pack here. We got Sandfer joining up. Peter, when he's ready, will join as well. There it is. And we're going to start. We'll see. The card start could not too much of an indicator on what they get, but we're going to start off pretty cool on the red 9 here.
Top floor to start. This series is underway. And coming off the high of that last one, we're going to probably see a lot more methodical. Not as much. I mean, obviously, Peter's known for that light switch, and just as I say that, Sandfer's in with the light switch. He's known for the light switch, but he's started to develop more looks, Yoshi, and that's what's really gotten him to this point in his season. It seemed like early on he was just kind of rolling with a light switch tactic, and it really wasn't working for him, but now he's started to find more looks, and that's what's really set him apart. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, but the addition of strategy for Peter, finding more looks to get the win more than just switching on the color, that really seems to have been key to him getting to this point.
Yeah, Discord was weird for a second there,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was gonna say, we can't forget Peter's game against Zay. I mean, that was just that was a game that he had to fight to win, and I mean, he definitely deserved to be in this spot. And yeah, he definitely is probably giving looks. I mean, I wasn't paying attention too much to that game, but I knew it was good. So yeah, we're gonna see how they start off and how they end up adapting to that, because I think that could be a pretty key factor here. We saw some switches at the start, but now we're gonna play cool on the yellow and see how far it goes.
And obviously, we just came off Ghost of Pier. Definitely a lot more pace management in this one. A lot less rapid play. So it's just a little bit of an adrenaline shift in terms of the commentators.
It's true. We got some more strategical table checks from these two. I'm sure.
Both iced on the yellow now.
Yeah, both run out. Seems reasonable enough. We'll see if one of them is actually just content and maybe has yellows and just waiting to get maybe a card they would like to have. You know, with the OG players, it's hard. It's more difficult to kind of understand like what they're going for, and that's kind of the beauty of them. You know, like a lot of them haven't done super well, but you can always count them to get something going at least one of these tournaments. For both these players, they've gotten pretty far so far, and one of them is going to move on. So as we continue to draw City after just a little bit of a wink from Sandfer.
Oh, there's a blink into blue. And that top floor switch, ice cold.
Yeah. The funny thing is, they were the early switches were on the number 9 as well. Peter finds a blue, and Sandfer can play that. And we're gonna keep going with the blues here. See if we see a bit more of a light switching this time. Or are we gonna try and keep it blue? Sandfer gonna play a blue 8. I think that's the second blue 8. Peter quite a bit behind, but can definitely catch up if he plays this right. So, well, Sanford's going to start with a draw here. Could be what Peter's looking for. Maybe he could play risky, though, but he's going to keep it blue. The number is where it's key here, and I mean, it's hard to tell. Sanford's going to look for that number. Ooh, okay, maybe not. He's going to try something here and go for a switch into red. That puts him at 3. And could
Table
be,
check
for all we
there.
know, that could be check. So we'll see what Peter does in this situation.
Yep,
Big
+6.
move.
Flips the scoreboard.
Yeah, back to blue as well, as we have more D2 players joining here. Nice to see.
Big crowd on the hand tonight. Biggest crowd I've seen since like March at this point.
Oh my god. But yeah, great way to even out the game and take the lead as well. Only by 1 card, but still. We'll see how the switch into blue goes. I mean, there's a possibility that Sandfer still has no blues after that. But we'll have to see as Sandfer takes his time and does the classic thing, stop. Goes for the green wild. That's well, yeah, we saw green at the beginning of the game, but it was just one glimpse and then it switched right back out. We're gonna see an interesting play from Sandfer, but I can see why he's going for that for sure. Green 0 tries to avoid a switch. Peter gets it out of green into red. We'll see if Sandfer likes that, though. Ooh, okay. Gets a double play out. Oh, ho, ho.
Wow.
Peter not wasting time. +4. Yeah, that. Ooh. I mean, you could tell that he wants blue, but the problem will lie where if Sandfer can respond to this, and if he just left it open there. Again, yeah, I mean, this is a moment where you have to think about this. Sandfer doing the right thing.
Scoreboard about flipped from where we last looked at it there.
Yeah, exactly, and
he's got nothing. Is this game?
Draw. So we'll see what Peter has left. Could be another double finish, or we could see this game go on. But it's
another plus
okay.
4.
So we could have finished the game
Excuse
a turn
me?
earlier, but he had 3
Excuse
plus
me?
4s. That's a double flex, I guess.
Okay.
I've never seen that ever.
That's 3 total.
I was gonna say he had 3. I got none.
So Peter,
You just did a
those
double
plus
flex.
4s. Yeah. So gave it an extra turn there. That could have been a risk there for you. I mean, was that intended or just didn't think to drop all 3 on that?
It's game 1. I had 3 plus 4s and a blue 2. I figured I'd take my chances.
Interesting.
I wasn't going to sweat it, personally. I mean, Draw City gave me 2 of those 3, so thanks to that early on in the game, and I just worked my way down.
Meanwhile, his plus 2 gave me 2 red 8s.
Oh no.
Like, great. Like, really? And then the other plus 2, he doubles the plus 2, and the second one then gives me 2 green 3s. It's like, what?
Giving your own dittos, what is that?
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Hey, is this an ALP reference? Yo, that's crazy.
I mean, I guess in a sense it was a hosing. I mean, I don't know. That
Draw
was
City
just...
though. It's not off the
True,
deal.
true. Yeah, it wasn't a complete, but the way just he got 3 plus 4s.
Yeah, 3 plus 4s. That's goated no matter how you get them. I
guess, yeah, I guess being able to save all of them is pretty impressive in its own right.
Well, and the only thing I could have done differently would have been held on to the red skip, and I could have switched in. I had 2 blue skips off the previous plus 4, so. Like,
well, that's a hindsight play. That's a hindsight play.
But the hindsight also would have been it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
I would have been able to give him cards.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's enough. Game 1. I haven't. That's about all you can really say about it. That's 3 plus 4s. So let's
still early as well
for this game anyway.
Yeah, game 1's a feeler. It's a best of 9. It's better you find those kind of games early. So let's go to game 2, Yoshi.
Yeah, Sandfer once again. Call and everything is still on the board. What's it gonna be?
We'll try 11.
Not this time.
All right.
Staying in that mid-tier range.
Yeah, at this point, just hope that what happened. Just hoping that the plus 4s kind of even out this time around for Sandfer here.
Yeah, that's just a tough game 1 hosing. We'll see if the trend continues or we see something change in the algo there, as we'd say. Start on the green reverse, game 2 underway.
Right, and yeah, green reverse, an interesting start. I mean, you could take advantage, or you could just play the green 1. That's what Sandfer's gonna do. But Peter is gonna switch out of it early.
Bet one for Peter now, a double play skip 4. And Peter's iced on the red, easy.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, so tried an early switch and it ended up
Backfiring a little bit. Might have been trying to set
yeah.
something else up for him.
Yeah, true. I mean, Stanford's just gonna run this down and see what happens here. Ooh, okay, +2 and bread 3. Feel like we've seen these double plays split ammo from Sandfer in the last game as well. So a very interesting strategy from him. And ooh, okay, he is gonna throw in the towel and just
You throw down the gauntlet a little bit, but a little bit of a check.
yeah.
But still
I don't
pretty
know
far behind.
if that saying was right, but I just
You're
like
good,
throw
you're good.
everything out and just let's play the wild. Okay, does work.
Little ice out, but for Sandfer, he can run now.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, it's 11-4. And we saw Peter being okay. We saw in the last game Peter was quite a bit behind and was able to take the win regardless. And here he's trying to bring that back once again, the +2. Sandford goes back to red though. Yeah, that's a great move. He's able to bring it back here. I mean, it's a safe color to go for, but here's Peter with the green. I feel like any switch at this point is going to be a risk, especially if your opponent's low. So Sandford be able to take advantage of the green. Okay, he's got a green 3, so that's something there. Oh wow, Peter must have gotten the not so great cards
That's
as we reach
tough.
midnight in Eastern, and that's gonna do it for game 2.
And as game 2 closes, Sandfer able to even it up. Let me see here. Yeah, and I think really for Sandfer, he was able to find those ice plays, Yoshi. I mean, he really was able to close down Peter's strategy. I mean, he tried his best to switch. I mean, he had that green switch, but that triple play was all that Sandfer needed. Just needed to run down that green. So overall, I
Yeah, I
think
mean the way I saw it, I was kind of surprised Peter went for that switch into green. I mean, I feel like you were just better off kind of drawing on the red and see what happens. Because green and blue, though, I mean, green has not been the only two colors that were played. I guess there was a green at the beginning, but once again, that was immediately switched out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Peter just had nothing, and he just tried something, it didn't work. But
yeah. Yeah,
Stamper was
Peter, I
able
guess
to.
I would Peter, I guess I would go to you here, just like my thoughts behind that green switch. What were you trying to, or are you just trying to shake it up there, trying to ice Sandfer out, trying to find a way out of being iced on the red?
I didn't think he'd have any answer to the greens, which he sort of did. How that worked out. I mean, all I had were blue and yellow, like the entire game.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
I got down to 9 cards in my hand, 8 of them were blue. So it just never turned in my favor. He had the reds, he had the greens, and he just was able to control the game the whole way. Not much I could have done. I could have drawn there, but the card I drew like a turn or two after that is a yellow 4. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think for Sandfer, I don't know if I really have anything to ask him, to be honest. I mean, he just rolled with the punches, like he was saying at the top, and he just got the job done. Like Peter said, he really controlled the game, and I think even though Peter tried to rattle the cage a little bit, there wasn't much you could say about it.
I will say there was some thought about power playing when he switched to green. I'm like, do I want to use it though? I knew it's like, do you really want to use it in game 2? No. So.
In hindsight, good choice.
I wouldn't have complained.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, the homestand is a split 1-1, and we are now going to a best of 7 the rest of the way. So we'll have to see what Peter does now, as he's going to get a choice for the first time.
Yeah, bring it back to round 32, pretty much. And okay, so Peter, is now your call. You just can't pick 10. Everything else is good. So game 3, what are we going for?
To no one's surprise, it's a best of 7. It's July. We're going with 7.
All right. OG
there you go,
Peter.
I think
that goes along with the trend.
Yeah, I mean, for Eastern people, we are in midnight, but it is still July, the last day of July at that.
The last day of July.
Hey, it's still July, or it's still the 30th over here. So.
Yeah.
The rest of the U.S., it's still the 30th.
Oh my god. That's the same start as game 2.
Start. Yeah. Peter gonna play. This time he plays it. Wait a minute.
Green 1. It was green 1.
I was gonna be like, ain't no way. It looks similar.
Oh boy.
Oh, Peter iced again. Wow.
Oh yeah, 7 cards. I mean, I guess that happens sometimes.
Yeah, low tier can happen.
Okay, switching to blue. Gotta get on the board or somehow. I mean,
and you know, these low tier starts can work better with his game, Yoshi, because like the lower tier, as Sandfer makes a major ice play.
Well, that's gonna be putting the pressure on for sure. I mean, if Peter has anything, testing his patience, he gets the blue wild. Does Sandfer have an answer? No.
Ice cold for Sandfer. And I just going back to my point, Yoshi,
number efficiency, that's another 4.
The number efficiency for Peter can really reign supreme in the low tier because of how pivotal the number switches can be when you have less cards to work with. As Sandfer goes back to that green, it's a 2-color game.
Oh.
It's a 2-color game, plain and simple. Yeah, we
knew
he wasn't going to have any on that. Right. He didn't draw anything. And red now. That's a risky one.
I mean, I don't mind it, though. Like,
no, I don't mind it, but it's a risky play, considering it seems to be a 2-color game. Peter out of red. He must have...
Blue and yellow again from Peter?
My goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, here's a red skip. That's desperation a little bit here.
Okay, it works out though. It could have avoided the number of efficiency Sandfer was potentially going for on that 5.
Yeah, it may have. That's always a possibility.
Yeah, I guess the well-timed red skip off the draw there. Oh, there's the red 2 though. He's just gonna maybe hope for some switch here that he wants. I mean, given that Sandfer is drawing as well, I mean, he might be okay with switching to a color that he knows Peter has. Okay, red reverse.
There. Another bait play there. And Peter will play in.
Gonna keep it. And, yep, still drawing. Draw City, it is.
And yeah, whoever plays next gets that possession arrow.
Yeah. They're going past the initial card start now. It's interesting. Okay. It's
Oh yeah, it certainly is a busy night in Draw City, Reed. There's no doubt about that one.
Yeah, even in these after dark times, it stays busy.
Oh dear God, it's National Spam Day. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Ryan Reed, busy night in
Don't
Draw
tell
City.
Lane.
No, we tell to Peter.
Pretty much. All right. Well, 12-11, and there's Sandfer with the
Stanford's gonna take the 2-card lead.
first play in a little while, and there's an early switch. See how this goes.
Oh, trips on the board. Green
Hey,
8.
had another one. Now, does Peter have greens? He does.
does.
Okay, that's good to see.
Definitely found some in Draw City, that's for sure. Draw City been a busy place tonight.
Sandfer with a double. Green 2 to close out the double there. And Peter going for the switch,
Yellow.
and I think that's the first time yellow's been played this game. Could be wrong, but I think it is. Yell 9. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Stanford had the last 8 in terms of the colors, and running down those yellows as expected because the yellow finally been played. But now Peter running out perfectly timed 0, and that's gonna put Stanford in a comfortable position. But can Peter do something about this, or is he gonna take his time on this? Okay,
One
yellow
at this
7.
time.
All right, yellow 1. Stanford close, and Peter, if he has anything, he's probably going to think about what to do now. He's going to switch into blue. Stanford could close it here. We'll see if he has it. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Not what I expected, but it ends up being a bad switch from Peter to finish. Wow.
Again. Drew those back to back. Oh, wow.
That's a crazy. I mean, as soon as they
He's
went
a
into
top deck
yellow.
heaven. Charles Sandford, top deck heaven. My goodness.
Yeah. As soon as it went to yellow, everything worked
Well,
out
considering we
perfectly for
weren't
Stanford.
actually on either red or blue at the time, it wasn't exactly. Actually, was it? Actually, no, never mind. I drew the red when we were on red, but the problem is I didn't have the connector. So.
Oh,
but
yeah,
still.
yeah. You don't want to leave that open. Yeah, no doubt. Wow.
Okay, well, it's 2+2s. It's not like he had +4s. I don't think I
Yeah,
don't think you could say that.
this isn't as hosing. Yeah, so
No.
yeah, Peter, another tough switch comes back to bite you there with that blue. I mean, how do you assess that, knowing like that's now come to bite you now 2 games now, which is there something do you see yourself making her think you could go back and change it, or you think this is fair, it's just fair game from Sandford, you just need to keep going?
Well, all right. I mean, what happened here? So he played a yellow 6. I played a yellow 7. I could have changed it to blue a turn earlier, which wouldn't have gave him the finish. I don't think, because he would have still had a yellow.
No,
No,
yeah,
Yeah,
I had
because
the
he had the
one.
1. Yeah.
It would have been a door opener if he used that, and I had a green +2 I was banking on because I had a feeling it was going to come back to green at some point, but it never did. I don't
interesting.
know. You try and plan, and you never know what the other guy has, so I'm not too worried, but I do think I'm going to really have to change something up here for the next game.
Yeah, that's definitely a thought I would have. Yeah, and again, it's for Sandfer just playing right into it. It seems Yoshi. That just seems to be what it is. I mean, crazy switching on the board and Draw City is fair game, but he got the luck on his side there with that switch. I don't know what more you can say.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It was definitely hard to see. I mean, you wouldn't expect. I mean, I don't know. I guess from my point of view, I just thought Sanford had the +4, but he ended up just not having that. So it's more of an impressive of a win for him to get that done. Really had to run down those yellows, and at the perfect timing, the switch came in for him to finish the job. I mean, I don't know. There's not much to really say. I think Peter just got to look at that and think, okay, some of my switches have been costing me games. I gotta think that through a little bit more.
Yeah, just gotta wonder whether he'd be the being content to draw could be a key strat to him, because it seems like it's switching when he has the opportunity. Regardless, seems to be burning him, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So now it goes back to it continues to be with Peter, and he's gonna have another pick here for game 4.
Yeah, so just can't pick 10, and we're going into game 4, Peter. How many cards?
Full send.
Okay.
All right. I mean, not something you see every day for Peter, but honestly, I can see this being a good idea.
He just said he wanted to change something up. He's gonna try and give it a change up here, going from the OG to the full send. We'll see how it all plays out. As
Another
game 5
green
is
star, but at
underway,
least it's not the reverse.
game 4 is underway, and with a green 4, no less.
Yeah. And someone left because of that. Interesting.
Dang. They just don't like that full send, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, either that or too much clink green for him.
Whoa.
So true.
Whoa. So, oh, okay. Whoever left is now back. Anyway, we're starting off with a draw from Peter on a full send. I mean, I'm not even gonna comment on that because that could mean so many things. But
On a 15.
if he has no greens, oh jeez. I guess it's not completely out of the ordinary to have one 15 card game where you just don't have one color, but man. All right, well, Peter might get some more luck on this color this time. Yeah, Stanford just casually running down the greens earlier, and now we see. Oh wow. Okay, so double play, and then Peter goes for a switch into blue.
On that 0 sugar blueberry.
With that, there's only right off the bat, we only have 1-0 left in the entire deck. So that's an interesting thing to point out. As the blues are now being run down. We'll see if they go for a switch again, or if we just see maybe a bit more of a calming down here and just keeping it the same color for a little bit. Ooh, yeah, there it is. We gotta go. We're going right back to yellow. Peter did switch out of it, but does have some yellow saved. He's sensing what Stanford likes to go for, and he's responding more to them now. Stanford gonna look at this and just continue playing his game. Yeah, there we go. We got a switch into green.
Triple play the green.
That's going to put him down to 6. Another pretty big lead. I mean, Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Kind of the strategy we're looking at here. I mean, Peter once again just kind of gotta just play by what he's been dealt, and yeah, okay, could be we're in for another switch, and wow, has the other green skip and the other yellow skip to go into the yellow. He's gonna close it with the 5. Does Sandfer have the 5 though? Oh, he does. Beautiful. Gets back to green. He's really testing it now. Does Peter have anything? He does. So those draws early weren't necessarily truthful, but it at the end of the day, Sandfer is okay with it because he is running down the greens nonetheless, and we'll see if this ends up just being a clean game from Sandfer. He goes down to 4 cards and he's gonna draw. Okay. Peter gotta think about this now. And he's content. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely seeing a bit of a change in strategy from Peter here. Okay, well, never mind. We're going into red now.
Yeah. He sensed he had to adapt his gameplay, Yoshi, and that really seems to be what he's been doing here.
Ooh, okay, double play. Just trying to bring down the cards again. He's Sandfer back down to 4 and gets the 3 now. We'll see what Peter can do from this. I mean, he's definitely doing well to try and fend off what Sandfer's going for. He's going for another switch. That's okay. Blue 1, so I mean, Sandfer is able to play with it, but did Peter prepare for that blue switch? He's got to skip. Oh, we're going back to red. Okay, maybe
Doors open.
Yeah, maybe trying to read that he doesn't have red anymore. Doesn't feel safe on the blue, but does it even matter? Oh my goodness, he had a red, and he's at Uno. So, I mean, Peter, all he can really do from the looks of it is just okay, either draw or just play an 8.
Oh,
he saved the
flex.
wild.
Oh,
I don't know what to say. That was just a clean game from Sandford.
adrenaline. Yeah. Wow. Well, it really sensed a change in Peter's game, and I think that's what made it such a suspenseful one there, Yoshi. I mean, really controlling that ammo down, and I mean, I think he had a little bit more ammo than what he's had as well. So interesting there, but unfortunately to no avail. But still, it's a well fought game.
The really interesting thing is after game 1, I haven't seen barely any +4s at all. I mean, I guess just after game 1, the bot decides, you know what, let's
tell you,
make it
I
more
haven't had
fair.
any.
Yeah.
I don't
Peter?
think I've had any since game 1 either.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, well, Peter, despite the loss, we could sense that there were some changes there in your approach. I mean, did you feel better about that game in terms of how you performed despite losing on that one?
I guess. You talk about bad color switches. I gave him back-to-back ones to win that game, but
Yeah.
didn't really matter too much because he had the wild. So, yeah, just really in the hole now, which kind of sucks. But I just gotta keep my head up.
God, I'm struggling here. I mean, they've just been clean games. It's hard for me to find things to ask.
Let me see. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like another game where just that one switch ends up being lethal for Peter. I mean, Stanford was able to keep the wild. I'm curious about that. When you drew on the green, did you still have the wild and just wanted to preserve it, or did you get it off the draw?
That's for you, Sanford.
I had the wild since the start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, preserving. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me for Sandfer. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, trying. Yeah, saving that wild can be crucial. And it was crucial to being the last card. So there you are. But Sandfer now is up 3-1, and he's gonna get the next one. The arrow goes back to him. He's 2 wins away from what would be a massive win for so many reasons for him. So we'll see
Yeah.
how it all goes. But let's
Yeah,
go to
we're
game 5.
going. Yeah, so this is back to Sandfer now. So a bit more of a limited field here. You can't pick 7, 11, or 15. And for game 5, what are we going to go for this time?
Let's go for 6. Why not?
Oh, yeah. All right, we got a card start that Sandfer likes to do from time to time, going low after a full send. Really changing the game here. This could go one of 2 ways, but if it goes well for Sandfer, he's going to be 1 game away from winning the series, and that's going to be just a big statement for sure. Another reverse start.
Another reverse. What is that?
I mean, with 6 cards, you might actually want to use that to your advantage and just play a reverse that you have. I don't know. I mean, it's an idea. Well, okay. Just gonna do a double play regardless. Giving Peter, basically Peter starting with an 8-card start, so. Okay, yellow 0. Sandfer able to run these yellows in a pretty impressive way. I mean, how far can he go? Did he get a good start on the cards? Oh my, what a switch.
Into red now.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that. That's gonna put him at 3. So really just trying to get himself back in this with going into blue as well. So Sandfer's gonna have to look at his hand and see what he can do with it. Maybe he goes aggressive early. Okay, I mean aggressive switch. We'll see if this pans out. Ooh, okay, but Peter had that yellow one prepared. Sandfer can just play yellows. Yeah, okay, works out. Eventually, the isolation came through, and Sandfer can run down the yellows now. Five to 4.
Neck and neck
Reseeing
here,
a
Sandfer's probably taking the lead off this. Or tying
yeah.
it. Unless he's
Yeah, I was
out.
thinking he could draw, or he's gonna maybe play more of an interesting kind of move here.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Goes
wow.
for a switch into
Green.
green. All right, Peter can just play the green one. Saying if we're potentially looking for a way to get this game win before Peter does, and
Oh. No,
that
just one
switch,
down.
no,
One
okay,
down.
just another green. We are getting down to the wire now.
Oh,
Oh,
down
gets
to
to Uno
check.
on the double play. If Peter's able to play, this is about to be a double Uno. He does not.
Oh. No
But
game
Sandfer does not
there.
close
Back
it.
to the drawing board.
Okay. Peter's still in this though.
Draw City
He
Fair
just
game. Here we go again.
5 to 4. All right, yeah. Yeah, I mean Peter definitely did not want to go down 4-1. He's really just trying to play the long game here. I mean, from the looks of it, he's just playing what he's been given. I mean, you have to kind of do that when you have a low card start. But now, what we're doing a draw city, you have a bit more control, and I think that's where you kind of need to play into what you're most comfortable with. They're both continue to draw. Sandfer, I think Sandfer is well aware of not being too comfortable with a lead. We've seen kind of some people be victims of being too comfortable and then end up losing the series, but he knows well enough to play this without taking too many risks. And he goes for a switch into red, so that's going to help both of them.
Oh, into
Big
blue.
check.
Massive.
All right. Now that's going to put Peter in a position to where he's got to play the right move. Otherwise, this could end up being the game closer. Blue 4, he's going to be patient with it. Sandfer, just a blue 7. Okay. Does Peter have something? +4. There it is. I mean, he was waiting. He was waiting to use it, and he's gonna use it now. Sandfer have an option? No, he does not. No greens, and he goes. Wow, and Peter goes back to blue with that play.
Massive there. Interesting there. Just offloading those greens might have been all he needed.
Yeah, exactly. Blue 4. Sandfer's able to play, but can Peter get this done? Oh, Sandfer might have something himself. Either saved it or got it off the +4. He's gonna think about what to do here as well. Oh, we'll see double. Looking for the triple. He's got a quad. Goes to 3 different colors and closes out on the yellow. Tying it up as well. That is very big. Peter got nothing on that. What a play by Sandfer. Honestly, a pretty big risk because yellow is. I don't know when yellow's not been played in quite a while, and it's working out for him, and it's gonna close the game out. Wow, I don't even. That is the way to finish the game for sure.
What's funny is actually, other than the blue reverse, every action card off of that came off the +4.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's
Brutal. I have no words. I'm mentally shot at this point. I've been running this thing since 5.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Sure, most of it was on the +4. Yeah, but big plays here, and I don't know. It seems a little bit to the luck of the draw, Yoshi, but also Sandfer's just been playing spectacular.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. I mean, that's all you can really say, right? I mean, game 1 was. The thing is, the game 1 was Peter's only win, and after that, it just seemed like clean gameplay, just all by Sandfer. But I mean, not, and it's just I think this game he's definitely learning a bit more on just playing a bit more safe and it working out more often than not. But that +4, and I really thought that +4 was a great move. But I think Sandfer, he didn't have anything crazy left, and him using that wild really pressured him into using that +4, which, I mean, it just goes to show there's a lot of mind games to this. I mean, I feel like Sandfer did that well to just, you know what, we'll see. We'll see if I can flesh out the +4, and after that, it was game over. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think either player is playing necessarily bad. It's just Peter's just losing the mind games right now, and he's got a lot to do to come back from this. But I'm not going to count him out.
Peter, do you think there's anything you can materially change to what you're doing, or do you just feel like you're getting a little short on the luck there?
I don't know if it's luck, if it's strategy, or what. I mean, I have to play aggressively when I'm down like that to keep myself in the game with that +4. It worked out. I got it back to blue. I was 1 blue away before he started rattling off and changing colors. And I knew he had yellow somewhere in there because they hadn't come up in a while, and I just had nothing to answer with. It's tough, but thankfully it's just down to 2 heads, and that's the best kind of gameplay you can get.
Very interesting here. It's a tall task for him now, Yoshi. 4-1, and it'll stick with Sandfer. He's got a chance to move on. And what would be no matter who comes out of it, 2 big names sitting in this final. Could be a masterclass matchup with Tago if he wins, but obviously we still got a game to play, and it's game number 6, a potential winner for Sandfer on the way.
Yeah, and this is again Sandfer's call, so this could be the dagger that he's looking for. We'll see if he gets it. So Sandfer, 6, 7, 11, and 15 are the card starts you cannot pick. What are we gonna do?
Actually, a good question. That's all. The OG sent in there 13.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of players mixing up their card starts, right? We see a lot of players going 11, okay, next 10. Stanford's going all around the board, and I mean that might actually be the strategy. We doing something different from the crowd is, in some cases, is really good. In other cases, is not. But when Stanford does it, I feel like he does it to a perfection, and we'll see if he can close it out in this game.
And he's gonna go half off special. He'll double half off special. Half off special. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So blue 4 start, nothing to add there. And the blues are just gonna be run down to start. Yellow 9. We're starting. There's our first switch of the game. Computer respond. You would think so, but you never know. Okay, here we go. We're starting with, I mean, the aggression's coming out for sure. Triple play to get into red. Really gotta find something. I think this is like the 3rd time in this round where we've been in a situation where someone's up 4-1 and both have the power play. Like, I mean, in the with the outcome you expect, it ends up happening that happened that way for the last 2. But can Peter recreate history here and try and get something different on the table as we run down the reds? We go back into yellow now. Peter switched out of it. Okay, Peter gonna take his time after that play. Who he might have another switch. Oh, okay. No, he actually just had cards. Okay, interesting. So gonna set Sandfer back a little bit and also get to 4 cards remaining. Sandfer gonna play that cool, hoping for the draw. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Sandfer not seeing much of a need to go for any ammo if he has it, and double yellow 5 from Sandfer there. Gonna force the draw again. Yellow 8. Ties it up, and Sandfer now in the lead. With 6 cards, you never know. This could end very quickly, but I think Sandfer is just thinking about what to do. Yellow 6, okay. Really, maybe just hoping that Peter doesn't get some top deck. Okay, yellow 9. I mean, where's the point where you run out of yellows? There it is. I think Sandfer was looking for that number C, and again, a perfectly timed yellow off the draw to take that away. Gonna force both of the draws here. Going back to draw city now. This is what Peter needs, right? He needs to get some stuff. He needs that monster, but just something something he can work with. Because right now he hasn't been able to work with anything he's been getting. So if he could just find a way to close it, and that's gonna set him
Once
back
it comes through.
as we wait for the bot.
Oh god. Oh no.
It's sent the first one. It hasn't sent the second.
Okay, then just play the blue +2.
Yeah. Just play blue +2.
Yeah. Okay, I have to be a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
But
It should have played though. That's the thing. He hasn't done anything.
yeah, the
Unless
bot. It's just the bot.
Oh. Yeah, I think I had that happen to me too.
He's
I had
gonna
I had like really high
the
ping for a minute.
play
That's why I
blue
Okay, yeah, Yoshi, you're going robot.
again. L +2 went through for some the
Oh
bot
good lord.
like that needs to kind of put into his looks. He hasn't.
Discord.
I don't know what that was.
Discord.
Yeah, that was weird. But from the
Discord
looks of it,
lag
like
spike just had. I think we just had a little Discord status thing.
yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, we had a mass. I think Discord had a little
I
spike.
forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say, to be honest. Yeah, Sandfer known for the just kind of starting patient and seeing where it goes. We got ghost typing, interesting. Peter had 5 cards, but he can't work with it. Okay, there's a switch though. Okay, Sandfer gonna look at that and maybe try something if he has it, but yeah, there's a lot on the line here. I mean, I think Sandfer, you never know. Once if you give a game to a player, it could end up spiraling into a momentum shift. So you want to try and minimize that, and it is working. Peter just, I don't know what he has at this point. He's been drawing on like a lot of colors. So we're just gonna see what this ends up leading to, but Sandfer's just gonna be able to play this cool. Gets the green 7 off the draw. And green 6 from Sandfer. Peter has another green. Okay. Yeah, Sandfer got to think about that. Green 4. Definitely taking his time for this one. There's another draw from Peter. Yeah, I mean, running down the numbers, I mean, it's working out. Like, not getting too many switches that ends up being a bad situation for Sandfer. Despite these, walking the minefield, as some people say.
Into
Oh, okay,
red.
now we're getting something interesting here. I mean, Peter just trying to find any way to close this. Or no, Peter trying to find any way to just get himself in a position to win, but it's Sandfer running down the greens quite a bit. It's definitely looking pretty close now.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
close.
it's 7-4, but Sandfer does have the power play, so you have to.
They both do.
True. I mean, there's always the idea that Peter could use it, but it's hard. It's really hard to figure out like when you should use it if you're on the back end.
Yeah, we've seen a couple down 4-1 today use their power play because you can't take it home with you, Yoshi. You can't take it in. It's like it's not go like once series over, it's over. And the thought is you can't take it home with you, so that's what we've seen both from Pac Johnson and Jesse Turner today, being down 4-1 to Nominila respectively. They used their power play to at least get one back, maybe try and build that platform to a comeback to no avail, fortunately for them, losing in 7.
Yeah. So yeah, Sandfer gonna do a double.
Either
And
down to 3, you may not need it. We'll see what happens.
Peter going for one of the only dittos I've seen in this entire series. That's gonna force a draw from Sandfer. Does Peter have
This game?
the opportunity to get down to 2 cards? Or yeah, potentially finish the game.
Certainly on the table. Oh, yellow off.
Wild.
Okay, that seems like
Okay.
alarm bells if I'm over there in Sandfer camp, to be honest.
Trying to read what Sandfer has left and maybe just expecting him not having an opportunity to get out of the yellow. But we're just gonna have to find out, as that's gonna be a definite check.
Major
the very
check
least.
this. As we get past 12 minutes. Here in this game.
Yeah, this is
6.
a definite trying to read each other kind of game here.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Wait. Is that I'm curious on what this is gonna be. Is this actually gonna be alright, well, Peter draws. Power play usage. Is this game?
Could it be?
Let's see.
He's down, and he's down to 3, or down to no, he's down to 4. Down to 4. Very possible.
Yeah, Peter nervous about this. Let's see. Can Sandfer get it done?
Oh,
No, he's gonna switch into green.
ooh. Okay, now he's down to 3.
A rare situation where,
Not a winner.
yeah. But
Interesting.
the thing is, right? Peter didn't have an answer. Is Sandfer gonna get it done?
It's just a stall.
I
I think
mean,
when you're that close,
I was-
yeah, there
yeah.
you go.
it's the setup for the win.
There we
That's
go.
it.
Sets that up. There
Oh
it is.
my gosh! Yes.
Oh, Sandfer. Talk to me.
Oh.
Oh,
Like,
12 minutes on there.
What are the chances he has green?
So you're sweating over there, is what you're telling me.
It was a choice.
It was a choice.
Choice.
So talk me through how you came to that decision, because there's definitely a moment you were thinking on that yellow wild there. Just take me through that.
Well, so obviously he was down at 2, and I only had the 2 yellows, so my only way of really getting him off of yellow was to make sure to use the power play there, to be able to guarantee that I could get the switch, because obviously he was going to have a yellow 2 play, or at least very likely was going to have yellow to play. And then knowing that I could switch it to green, the only way that he was going to be able to beat me would have been if he could either swap it back to yellow or have a +2 or a +4 somewhere in there.
Peter, my first question is, what was your hand prior to that power play?
It was the yellow wild, a yellow 2, and a green 8.
Oh,
I had a feeling he was gonna switch it back to green somewhere in there because I was getting burnt on those greens earlier.
Yeah, so that power play key, because that would have.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
that
that
was-
into
that
Draw
was
City.
key.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course, in
just-
Draw City, yeah.
Hats off to Sandfer. What a series. I mean, he was on it tonight.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, thoughts overall, Peter. I mean, like, I mean, you're in a situation where, like, you're clean of, like, possibly being relegated. I mean, like, what? I guess it's just like, yeah, it's kind of like now it's just T5 and that's it for you, really. I mean, it's weird to think you might not see you in Super League unless you make a run all the way to the end. So, just interesting spot to be in after what you had a year ago. Just thoughts on what this season so far, and obviously the series in Sandfer.
I'm sorry.
That was for Peter. That was for Peter.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, if you remember at the end going into Super League last year, I was very cold, and I started this year. I had an alright Super League, but I went into the start of this year very cold. I was kind of hoping, I got a double-digit seed again finally. I was hoping to get a little magic going with that, like my 11 from March last year, but hey, it worked for a little bit. But I mean, geez, the 3+4s in game 1 that burned up all my luck. But
I guess so.
For T5 and onwards, we'll see. I mean, it's nice to be out of relegation, honestly, and Super League I don't think is an end-all be-all for myself, so...
No.
I don't feel bad about this loss because I got outplayed cleanly. It wasn't any bot luck, it wasn't any stupid stuff that we've seen throughout the rest of these tourneys. And even though you might have been hinting at another one of those series at the start of the stream, we didn't get that, thankfully, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't a hosing in any sense, even if
No,
it was a
no.
5-1. It was a well-fought one.
And for Sandfer, I didn't take him out of his own Super League discussions. I mean, it could have been I win the game and then both of us go nowhere in T5. I lose in the round of 8, that kind of thing. So, he's still alive. So I do feel good about that a little bit because, I am a competitor, but... And I wasn't playing for that, but that's still a nice
Super
thing
League guys
you
gotta
can take
stick
out of this
together.
series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Sandfer, to you now, I mean, Great win. Just thoughts on the win overall over Peter. I mean, that's great win regardless of where he stands in the present day, but also thoughts moving forward. This is a big win for you for sure if you talk about Super League, obviously, and building that platform up now, definitely. As you punch your ticket to the regional final.
Yeah, gives me a second Elite Eight now in the year, or E8, I should say. Sorry, force habit to call it
Don't
that.
matter. Don't matter.
Well, considering this tournament, technically it wouldn't be, although we didn't change that on the bracket base. Yay. Now I noticed that.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah. It gives me that, which if you look at other people's resumes, it's not something that a lot of people have. Where there's very few people that have that 2 Elite Eight appearances. So I'm glad on that one. Kind of took a little bit about what I know about what Peter likes to do into account. Helped kind of play into some situations there, which was good. With some of the swaps, knowing that he's very good on number efficiency. And we both played well. I'm glad that I was a little bit nervous in after game one, when he had 3+4s to mine none, that it was going to be one of those type of series where it was just going to be I'm fighting up a creek without a paddle the entire time, but luckily it wasn't. That was pretty fair, which at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for, is just at least a fair bot and let it come down to the players. So on to Tago. At least we guarantee one master in the final 4, which is always a good thing for the classes and all that. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, thoughts on him playing him? That looks like that'll be for Master Class Championship there.
Basically, we know we're gonna have to both bring it. I'm still looking for that first class win on the year, which didn't think was going to be the case when we had the classes drawn out. I thought that it was going to be kind of me and who else? Me and Cody most of the year for that, and in a way, thankfully, it hasn't. So I'm looking forward to it. There's some things I know that Togo will probably like to do that probably try and bring to the table there. So.
All right. And Yoshi, I'll get your thoughts on this series as well as what we are in store for a TOUCAN final. This region has really lived up to its billing, I think, when we built it.
For sure, it has a lot of interesting matches. I mean, I think the people that won, that they're all good players, right? We see Sandfer just taking care of business. I mean, I think for him, when he was in the games where it was just a fair fight, he took every game, and that's, I mean, he's got to be proud of himself for that. Like, that's not easy to do, especially against Peter. And I think, despite what the score shows, I think the series was very good, and I think both players definitely put up a good fight, especially in that game 6 where it looked like they were going for quite a bit, some draw cities and stuff. It was like back and forth. I think there'll probably be just those few issues that Peter has. I mean, really, you can at least hope that the season just wasn't his, and you can look forward to the next year knowing he's still going to be in D1. Worst case scenario, but of course he's going to try and potentially pull something crazy in T5 if he could, but we'll see how that goes. But definitely big one for Sandfer. He was looking to. He knew that once he got a run going, he could definitely have a solid resume to be at least in contention for Super League. And I think now he has one of his biggest opportunities now against Tago, because Tago is up there. I think
he could push top. He's definitely pushing top 10, especially if he gets a win there. With the entire top 10 basically wiped out except for Brad. Brad's the last chance for the top 10. He's potentially number 1, maybe number 2 player in the next rankings after this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, just the way it's looking, right? Like, I mean, Sandfer getting these good wins doesn't have too many players that are like up there in Super League. I mean, right now Caesar's his best win if we go based off of rankings, or Caesar or Clay, but I think it's Caesar. Everyone else just isn't that great, so he definitely needs someone to boost him up, and Tago would definitely be that person. So this could be the start of something big for him, but I feel like he's still got a long way to go. He just got to focus up, but this win's definitely big for him because Peter was not an easy opponent by any means, despite the score. So, yeah, good stuff.
All right. We look at the bracket now as they'll drop their quotes as well. Sandfer moves on. It is 1 versus 6 for the TOUCAN region crown and the master class crown, as Tago and Sandfer will face off. Should be an electric one in the Evergreen 8, as we're calling it this tournament. And that's a wrap on today. We look at tomorrow. We got a doubleheader to round off the Soil 16 as Brad and Yepes, another great matchup. Brad looking to try and continue to stake his claim as a potential #1 player, trying to get that rookie class, stay with it. I'm now fighting with the likes of, if we're talking about classes, you're fighting with the likes of Tapir and Nam as well. Those are the other two rookies still in the fight. He's the last one, otherwise it'll be between them two. Obviously, Eli won the vets today, and if Yepes can win 2 games, he will get Legends class, as Peter goes out in Legend tonight. And then obviously you have sophomore on sophomore crime and Lane and Seth, 5 versus 9 to round out the Swamp region. Newly rescheduled to now 7 o'clock Eastern time from 7:30. So that is our schedule for tomorrow. This tournament is winding down. We are getting close to crunch time for these guys. And that is going to do it for us tonight. For Yoshi, great co-commentary rep as always, carrying us through as well. For our great players, Charles Sandfer, Peter Onjack, great series tonight, despite what the scoreboard says. And for everyone who joined us in VC and on YouTube stream, thank you all for joining us. I am not short for all of us in MRE. We will see you just past noon tomorrow. That's in less than 12 hours. So, as it goes on 1 a.m. on the East Coast. So, that is going to do it as it goes midnight for me in the Central Time. For all of us here, once again, congrats to Sandfer. He moves on. He will face Tago. We will set the rest of the regional finals tomorrow, starting with Brad Yepes at 12:30. Good night or good morning to some of you.